Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces October 11th, 2024. Jupiter has been transiting your intimacy sector since May, and today, it turns retrograde for 4 months. This cycle may involve redirecting some of your energies away from a partnership or a strong focus on others if it's been too much. Or, there may be the need to slow down or moderate shared finances or debts. If needed, it's time to correct excesses. For example, if you've been overspending, overborrowing, or otherwise too dependent on others for your happiness, this is a time to bring things back into balance. Recognize that there is a time for pushing things forward and for riding the wash, observing, and reflecting, and until February, it's the latter. Returning to old projects can be successful. Today, your connections with others, and quite possibly yourself, may be deepening and strengthening with current transits boosting your emotional world. The ambition to get to the bottom of any emotional issues or problems in your life is strong now, and the results of your inner quest for answers can be very empowering. Whenever a major planet in the sky turns in a direction, we receive sudden news and intuition that here is a cosmic shift in the wind. This will be pronounced now and in the days ahead as mighty Jupiter, the great benefic that rules expansion, blessings, and miracles, stations retrograde and begins his many-month-long retrograde phase. This will bring a significant shift to your relationships in the period to come, especially for those who are attached or married. As Jupiter moonwalks in your solar house of intimacy and shared assets, you may be reviewing what you each give and receive. What do you want to finance? Depending on your choices, you may have been financially floundered or financially advanced since Jupiter entered Gemini at the end of May 2024. Since then, you could have made several decisions that impacted your assets, debts, and more. Luckily, you have a chance to cut down on financial inconsistencies when Jupiter stations retrograde in Gemini. Starting today, this retrograde will last until February. Use these next few months to reduce your debts and spending to increase your savings to achieve financial stability by the end of the retrograde. You love to use your body in exciting new ways, and maybe you haven't been using your physical powers to the best of our abilities lately. Today's transit gives you some inroads into the wonderful world of physical activity. Be open to the new, which can come in surprising packages. Swing dancing has enjoyed a revival and is an established pastime in many parts of the world. Try something new that challenges your body to act like it did when you were a child. Today, you are going to be able to make a situation more concrete and have more weight in your professional life. Don't hesitate to roll up your sleeves but avoid being sloppy. You need to take responsibility for your decisions and get involved with those you collaborate with a little more. In your affective life, you will discover the qualities of someone close to you who had left you rather indifferent up to the present. You may even envision forming a couple with them. It's nice to uncover the hidden treasures of those close to you. Jupiter's retrograde move in your financial sector today significantly overshadows the moon's final hours in your income sector. Although there is currently a power imbalance, this signals the start of a shift in the financial year's dynamics. While Jupiter will continue to seek financial growth and expansion, his focus for the remainder of the year will be on past matters. This shift clears the way for Venus, who is set to enter your income sector next week and initiate the first planetary activity on that side since early this year. The moon departs with everything necessary to prepare you for these changes. 2 days after the moon spent its final hours in Scorpio clashed with Uranus in your relationship sector, the moon not only returns for its monthly visit to your communication sector but in time to get the most out of Pluto's final days in retrograde motion here. With Uranus also in retrograde motion, days after pushing old buttons or flushing out old issues, the moon returns with a chance to give the past and unsaid words a voice. Our eyes in the sky. Today is inviting you to pause, breathe deeply, and allow the natural flow of life to guide you. Sometimes, when we're caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, it can feel like we need to constantly push forward, but today's energy is reminding you to step back and let things unfold on their own. Have you ever experienced that feeling of relief when you decide to take a break and suddenly everything starts falling into place? That's exactly the kind of vibe today is offering. If something doesn't go as planned, resist the urge to blame yourself or feel like you need to take control. Instead, take it as a gentle nudge from the universe to let go. By pampering yourself a little and allowing things to flow naturally, you might just find that what you initially saw as a setback opens up new and unexpected doors. Have you ever noticed how, when you let go of trying to control every little detail, new opportunities seem to come out of nowhere? Sometimes, the most productive thing you can do is step back and give space for things to develop on their own. During this period, it's especially important not to fall into the trap of competition or seeing others' tie-ins as challenges. Whether it's in your personal life, at work, or in a relationship, interpreting everything as a battle can create unnecessary tension. Have you ever found yourself getting worked up over something minor, only to realize later it wasn't that serious? Today is a good day to keep things light, avoid overthinking, and stay clear of power struggles. If you're feeling emotionally drained or pulled in too many directions, it's okay to step back. Spend some time alone, recharge, and allow yourself the space to regain clarity. Solitude isn't a retreat, it's a way to center yourself. If you've been feeling doubtful or uncertain about something in your life, know that these feelings are temporary. Maybe you're struggling to make a decision or you're unsure of the next step. That's okay. Sometimes we need time to let our thoughts settle. Have you ever had one of those aha moments where everything suddenly becomes crystal clear after days of confusion? That moment of clarity is coming for you. Trust that, with time, the answers will reveal themselves, and you'll feel confident moving forward. What's important is to give yourself permission to be in this moment of uncertainty without rushing to find a solution. The beauty of today's energy is that it's not just limited to romantic relationships, it's a time to nurture all of your connections. Friendships, family bonds, and even your relationship with yourself can be strengthened. Have you been meaning to reach out to a friend you haven't spoken to in a while? Or maybe today's a good day to spend some quality time with those who mean the most to you. Relationships thrive when we show up with an open heart, ready to connect deeply and authentically. Take a moment to reflect on a relationship in your life that could use a little extra love today. How can you nurture that bond? Even something as simple as sending a text to check in or scheduling a catch-up call can go a long way in keeping those connections alive and thriving. As the day moves forward, you'll notice a shift in the energy around you. The moon is aligning with expansive Jupiter, bringing a wave of optimism, lightness, and a sense of limitless possibility. It's like the weight of the earlier part of the day lifts, and in its place, you're left with a joyful, hopeful vibe. Have you ever noticed how, when you're in a great mood, it seems to spread to everyone around you? It's like your happiness becomes contagious, and soon enough, everyone is smiling too. That's the energy you'll be radiating today. People will be naturally drawn to your laid-back and relaxed vibe, and you'll find that your positivity uplifts everyone in your space.